Hey,
Boom.
everybody. Welcome to episode 35 of COPICafe. Excited to be here today. We have Rob Gregg and myself, Josh Jones, and we're just revealing a little bit more about Cornucopias, what we're building, what's going on, what's new with us. Rob, what are you drinking
I love
today?
it. It freaks people out when we're on the opposite side of the screen,
It does?
Mm,
Oh, okay. Hold on.
freaks me out.
I don't want to do that. How's that? Is that better?
Perfect. So
Okay.
today I am naked.
Whoa. Okay. Please don't be. Oh, those are decent. How much
Yeah.
added sugar's up in that guy?
There's none. Oh,
Let me see. Now, raise it up a little bit. I don't see the macros. There we go. There's no added sugars in that?
which way? That way.
I don't know. I
Nah.
can't see it. All
We've
right.
got apple,
Those are
apple,
good.
kiwi,
I didn't know you
pineapple.
drank healthy things over there on your side
Well,
of the pond
I, only when it's COPICafe Day, I make a special effort.
to drink some greens and take care
Look
of
how
your
much I'm
health
gonna
just
drink. I
because
mean,
of
this
Thursdays.
looks like mud, like you usually drink.
I do. Hey, to the health, man. To the health, vitality. We got to take care of ourselves if we're going to run this sprint combo marathon of building this insanely large vision, which it really is. I am drinking, in case
What
anybody
are you
was
drinking?
curious, it's a non alcoholic beer,
Freeway.
hazy IPA. It's quite tasty, actually. Uh,
Fruity IPA.
so, anyway, cheers. Cheers.
Ew. Cheers. It tastes like mud.
This, yeah, no, it's got a little hint of grapefruit. That tastes like mud.
No,
All
mine
right,
does.
right at it.
Moving
So,
on. Moving on.
yeah. You know what? I want to talk a little bit about building in a bear market because that's,
Hmm.
where pretty much where we're at. And I took a moment this morning to appreciate the lack of noise.
Yeah.
There's a lot of downs. I mean, it's challenging for a variety of people in a variety of ways, right? But some of the pluses of it, it's it's a lot of the noise dies down, and the people that are remaining, the projects that remain, are the ones that had done things well, positioned themselves to endure and go through it. And certainly there are some that are fighting and doing everything they can to stay resourced, and we wish them the best, obviously, as well. But then a lot of the projects that are going to rug pull, or the guys that were just in it
Mhm.
only for the money, that don't really believe in their mission and vision, they fall by the wayside. And then just a lot of the noise dies down. And actually, it is a great time to hunker down and plan and get focused. And so I do like that about it. What about you?
It's not anything that I've really experienced before. I mean, when you're building software, you just kind of build, don't you? In traditional world, there's not really an up and a down period, or maybe there is. I just not really exposed to it. Just I mainly build kind of internal software. So building externally. This is a new side, I think. Um,
You are forced by what we're doing to be aware of macro market conditions.
yeah, I mean, it's definitely. I mean, yeah, from when you add on all the crypto side to it, and the influencers and stuff like that, and you definitely notice, like you're saying, the lack of noise. If you go back a year ago, I could search for any project, and there'd maybe be 10 fresh tweets or videos every single day. It's so much
Yeah,
things to
so much you
consume.
can't even consume
Yeah,
it all.
and it's
There's
all the
just
same.
no
They're just
close.
copying each other. But a lot of those projects have kind of disappeared. So, I mean, hats off to all the influencers that are still around, because they will actually scoop up a lot of quality followers that'll stay with them, and not the fickle ones, the ones that are actually interested.
Yeah, that's a lot of what I'm saying, is that the fickle ones, or whatever the word is, but some people
Mhm.
lose interest when the money and excitement and all of that goes away, and
Yeah,
what remains are the people that are really building for real, for true. They're going at it,
yeah.
and I like that. We have a special guest on the show today who is building for real. We'll introduce him in a little bit. We'll let you guys stay curious.
Yeah.
Major project on Cardano, though, so it's
Well, I
exciting.
mean, yeah, from a snowy part of the world, dressed in white with a beard. I
Santa
mean,
is coming.
what, maybe. maybe.
Santa,
I've heard
Santa on the show? Let's not
I've
mislead
heard
people.
there
I
is
don't
a
think
North Pole near where he lives, so you never know.
yeah, so we got the sale that happened on Monday.
Mm,
That
yeah,
was well, not really a sale. It was like the fees. We paid the fees to get a bobblehead NFT, which helped us to test the new tech that we
yep,
have, the new feature which allows us to accept Kopi token in addition to ADA, also other Cardano native tokens. So
yeah.
I thought it went really well. What about you?
Yeah, I mean, it's a huge upgrade to our NFT platform because, like you say, we can now accept any native token. It can also accept NFTs as well, but we'll progression. We'll move up to that.
Yep.
I think like with everything that we're doing, there's surprises. I'm surprised that how well the bobblehead has been accepted. I just thought it was just a bit of fun, but I'm actually people saying when's the next, when's the next. I think they've really grabbed onto it. The red common Joe looks like Santa Claus, and the green one a lot of people are calling a leprechaun. Um, I've gone out and bought a whole set of 5, and there seems to be a lot of people that like Pokemon. People just want to collect them all, but it genuinely is a collection that I'm I'm quite interested in.
Yeah, it's great. It's
So
going to
yeah,
be
it's
fun
caught
how
me
we
as well.
play out the rest of the series. I agree. The community reaction's been awesome. It's fun. We thank you all for taking part in that and helping us to test our tech in a way that hopefully gave back to you. By you've got bobbleheads that are now worth I don't know quite a bit more than the original fees you paid to get them. So that's great, at
At
least
least
in terms of the floor price.
yeah,
But
at least the 7X, which is quite funny.
yeah, yeah. So, but uh, it helped us test an important new feature that's going to be a big part of the
Yeah.
collectors club. That when we participate with other projects to produce 3D models of NFTs that are brought into the game, it allows us to start taking baby steps towards a more full interoperability, a more full community participation in creating content on our platform.
Yeah, I
So,
mean the idea behind the bobblehead is it is a bit of fun that you can obviously display within your flying vehicle, but at the same time, it gives us so much freedom to put all kinds of different projects in. Because if we're building something huge, then we have to think how does that fit in with our aesthetics within the game? Where are we going to place that? But when you have something like an ornament that is a bobblehead or an ornament that can go in your home bubble, I think we can bring any project in, whether it's a 2D, a 3D. There's so much we can do for it. So actually, even though it's a nice little innocent thing, it can bring on so many different partnerships.
correct. Yeah, which we want to be involved in
Mhm.
building relationships with important projects throughout the ecosystem, and it's going to be a lot of fun, I think.
You've got to
So
collect them all.
that's right. That's right. So that's that sale. It's setting us up for the next sale. But before we get into the next sale, let's talk a little bit about the racing game. You know,
Mhm.
I have heard some comments in the community. Why are we releasing the racing game first when we have this whole, a
Yep,
huge game
yep,
with Solace and the whole scope of the game and what we're building? And I
yep.
do want to respond to some of that and let you guys know that we're building in parallel. We're not taking any focus off of the other. There's only so many people you could put on a specific project and have it be effective, efficient, and growing quickly. And it's something that you're able to manage. So we believe we teed up multiple projects in parallel with the attempt at going as quickly and efficiently as possible without sacrificing quality. And
Yeah,
so that's what we're doing. The racing game, it just so happens that we are able to get to a place of completion, enough completion to where we can offer that to the public, uh, hopefully by the end of next quarter, begin possibly early second quarter of 23. So that's exciting. We're excited about it, and that's why this next
yep.
NFT. What's going on there, Rob? What are
I've
you
got
thinking?
yeah, sorry,
Do
I got the I'm just having flashbacks. Well, I've been listening to what the public
flashbacks.
is
Oh
saying,
goodness.
and
Oh
I'm
goodness.
just expected you to say, "Are you freaking kidding me?" Yeah, sorry, flashback to episode, I don't know.
Wow, 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 yeah,
I
yeah.
couldn't get it out of my head,
Some of the
sorry.
stuff you gotta respond to sometimes. Yes, I know exactly what you're talking about, and some of you know it as well. Uh, but no, this is a significantly smaller sale
Yeah.
than a lot
No,
of
but
what
you're absolutely right. It does look strange, you know, we're building a metaverse, yet we're coming out with a game.
yeah,
If you kind of zoom out, the racing game is going to be part of the racing league, and we have the team that we can build a mobile game, we can build the metaverse, and we can build the racing game at the same time. Those will be delivered at different times, because if you think of the metaverse, we have to build all of the artwork for 3 sectors and build in all the gameplay. That is going to take longer and longer. But
yeah,
rather than say, look, we're not going to deliver that for another X number of months, wouldn't you like to just get your hands on a racing game now, seeing as we have it almost ready. We've seen it ready at, well, not ready, you know, we had a working version at consensus back in June. We
mhm,
naturally upgraded it when we went to UE5. um
yeah,
we've got this league planned. It's not like we brought it forward, we just have the resources to work in parallel. We
yeah,
want to, if we didn't, and we were said, you know what, the metaverse is coming along really well, we'll see you in a year from now, you would just get so much FUD. We want to continuously deliver so people keep that
yeah, and
confidence in the
the
project.
challenge on that side of it is that it creates a perception of what the game is,
Yeah.
and unfortunately, what people see, it creates a perception, and so what we have to do, the challenge there is that we have to continually release marketing showing the other things that we're building so that you know what is to come as well, and your mind is, uh,
Yeah, and if you remember
aware of what
when
the
people
full
came to,
vision is.
well, sorry, yeah, when people came to see NFT Con, they weren't just playing the racing game. We showed the metaverse as well.
Correct.
So we
Yeah.
showed a lot of progress there. But like I say, that takes longer. But people have had the hands playing both of them. So you know it's
Yeah.
coming. You can see it. You've had it in your hands. Um, but yeah, we are building them in progress. And when you see the mobile game as well, the mobile's looking great. But you know, that's going to take a bit of time as well. People have already played the original one,
Yep.
but that is another team that's building in parallel. We're building the launcher as well. So we're building lots of things in
There's quite a
parallel. The
bit in
website,
parallel. Yeah.
yeah, but that's fine. That, you know, that's software development, and we know how to manage those different projects.
Yeah, if you have a huge vision, you have to do it that way. It's
Yep.
it's not likely that
We
you're
have a
gonna.
large team. You know, there's over 50 of us.
Yeah, in total with externals as
Mhm.
well. Yeah, and mods. Yeah. All right, next up is the NFT sale. We got some exciting stuff coming up for you guys. You might have been aware that we're doing a sale on Monday for the light kits and on Tuesday for Cheeky Crypto racing suit collab. That we've got a slight change. So we are going to postpone the Monday sale, and we'll let you know the details of when that's going to be until probably the next week or the following week, somewhere around there. And there's just a variety of reasons for that. It just makes a lot of sense for so many reasons. The holidays, there's a lot going on right now, so we're postponing that one. The Cheeky Crypto Racing Suit collab, we are going to keep that sale on for next Tuesday, so that is good to go. We'll let you know further details on the lighting kit sale, the light kit. So, but to talk a little bit about the light kit sale, just so more people know what's going on with that, it is in the both of these sales are around our racing game, which is coming out either late quarter 1 or early quarter 2 of next year. So this is geared around us ramping up the racing ecosystem, which is very exciting. The light kit has multiple rarities. You want to tell us a little bit about those, Rob?
Yeah, so there's different 5 different rarities, and the rarities affect the lighting of the vehicle, different parts of it. So on the common, you can light up some areas of the vehicle, all the way up to the mythic, where you'll be able to light all different parts of the vehicle up, and also the lights itself. is actually interactive with any kind of music that it's playing. So it's a little disco within itself. So I think what the team have done for that is amazing.
Yeah, yeah, very cool feature to have the lights interact with music. You've seen that for some of you that may have watched our custom dome videos. You've seen that with the music concert experience. We're now carrying that technology forward to the lighting kit for the mythic rarity. So that
I
is
know
exciting. I want a mythic. That's for
somebody
sure.
was also asking about what colors can you get. So you all of the options you'll be able to choose from like a kaleidoscope of colors. So you'll be able to choose your own colors for different parts that goes on. So it's completely customizable.
A
But
lot
it's
of
not
fun.
needed. You don't need it for it's just a nice little add-on.
Yeah, it's great. I love it. It's exciting. We'll show a few of those photos coming up soon for our leak. And then regarding the cheeky crypto racing suit sale, that is still on for Tuesday. So that's coming up, and that has some added utility that it gets you access to certain things cheeky crypto related. So be sure to read the announcements in Discord and everything we've got going on with that. It's going to be a great sale. They've got a great community. This was just a way to bring two communities together, and they're a fun partner. We like working with them. We've been talking to them since, gosh, back when I first met you, is when we met them at the City AM conference.
Yeah, they were at exactly the same conference where we first met
Yeah,
Ken and I met you. Isn't that
yeah,
crazy?
yeah.
All on
Oh, it's funny
yeah.
you mentioned Ken. That's interesting. Where did that come from? Oh, Ken with Meld is our special guest. So thank you so much for watching. We're gonna go ahead and bring Ken up, and yeah, let's have a little discussion with Ken with Meld. Here we go.
Uh-huh.
Hey, there he is.
There he is.
Hello.
Hello
Ken
there.
Olling. How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you guys doing?
Doing very well.
Good.
Before we get going, before we get into this, what are you drinking today?
Today I am drinking Big Wave. I
Ooh.
am
Big
desperate
wave.
for sun and warm weather, tropical weather, and so I am expressing my desires through my
All right.
alcoholic beverage.
All right. All
Cheers,
right.
Ken.
Excellent. Cheers. Cheers
I'm
to you,
getting
sir.
naked.
Cheers to both of you guys. It's
Yeah.
great to be on COPICafe for the first time. I
It's,
appreciate your invite.
hey, it's great to have you. Yeah. Welcome to the show. Well, tell us. I know you're a little bit more of your story, but for our special guests that may not know who you are and what Meld is, give us a little background.
Sure. So, yeah, Meld is a Cardano project. And we are building the Web3 banking stack for the whole of the crypto ecosystem. So that starts with lending and borrowing. So our sort of claim to fame is the ability to create a pool-based lending and borrowing system that allows you to take your crypto, lock it up, and borrow crypto against it, but also borrow fiat against it. And so as part of this, we have a DeFi protocol component, and we have a banking component. And so this is what we've been working on for the past little over a year to sort of put these things together. We're launching on January 16th in testnet, the DeFi side of it. And then in Q2, we will be launching the banking side of it. So we're going to be putting the two things that are not supposed to go together, we're going to put them together. Traditional crypto and traditional fiat, and merging them together as a sort of single entity. So
Very
that's
nice.
kind of the basic idea. And the way that we do that is through, we have a wallet, which will again be launching on January 16th. And that wallet will allow you to handle all of your crypto, to do staking, to do lending and borrowing, and for the governance for the Meld DAO.
That is awesome. Well, quick, very important question. Where were you when I was buying my house and I didn't want to?
Yeah,
That would have been
I've heard
beautiful
that
if
a
I
couple
borrowed
times.
my crypto.
And
I'm
I've
at
heard
the
that I've had a couple people tell me that they wish that we were up and running and they went
yeah.
to BlockFi instead. And now I feel very sorry for them
Oof.
because BlockFi announced
Yeah.
bankruptcy last week.
Yeah. That is definitely one of the very unfortunate elements of the
Oh, it's great. I mean,
so.
all of our competitors are falling like flies. I mean,
Okay.
we haven't launched yet, and we've already lost about 80% of the competitors we have in the market when we started in the beginning of 2022.
positions you quite well timing
Yeah,
wise, I guess.
I
exactly.
wonder if people took a loan out on BlockFi, whether they don't have to pay it back now if they've gone.
Yeah, I don't think it works like that. Just because the company went out, it just
Collateral.
means that somebody else bought that debt, and you now owe somebody else money.
Yeah.
So can you lend off Cardano native currencies as what currencies can you lend against on your platform, or will you be able to?
So yeah, so there's two major components, and this is a kind of a misconception about the way that lending and borrowing works in DeFi, because we have a very clear understanding on how it works in traditional finance, right?
Hmm.
You put up a collateral and you borrow. That's not the way it works in DeFi. The way it works in DeFi is because you are the bank, effectively. You can supply capital, you can supply ADA, you can supply COPI, you can supply Meld, you can supply whatever tokens you have, and that's it. Just earn a yield against it. Do nothing. Just supply it and sit back. It's like a savings account.
Yep.
And then at some point in the future, if you want to, you can borrow against that, but you don't have to, right? So in the traditional finance world, when you go to get a loan, you effectively give all of the value of the house you've got to the bank. They then take that as collateral, but they use the collateral and make a bunch of money from it. They make the money from it, right? And then you get out a loan and you have to pay interest, and they make money from that as well. So in our case, you supply the collateral and you make money from it. You make money from it, not somebody else. And so let's say you have a bunch of ADA, you have a bunch of COPI, you have, Sunday Swap, you've got Meld. You can take all of that as collateral and put it in there and earn money from it. And then at some point, let's say you want to buy a house or whatever you want to do, you can borrow then against that. But you don't have to. It's not a correlation between
Right.
supplying collateral and borrowing. And so
And
you
what-
can borrow. Sorry.
And what do you borrow? Is that your native currency?
No, it's anything you want. I mean, when you supply, you're supplying to the borrowing pool. So if you supply ADA, if you supply, COTI, then or COPI, sorry, if you supply COPI, then somebody else is going to borrow that, and when they borrow it, they're going to pay an interest, and you're going to get that interest.
Okay.
So you can supply whatever you want, and then you can borrow whatever you want. So let's say you want to borrow whatever USDC, or you want to borrow something else. You want to borrow Sunday, or you want to borrow Meld. You can do all of the above. So it's up to you. So it's sort of, because it's pool based, it gives you the control over how and what you want to do with your crypto.
Yeah, it's great. I love it. Very needed in the ecosystem. So I'm glad you guys are launched. So what is available on January 16th when you launch?
So January 16th, we're going to be launching in invite only testnet for the first 2 or 3 weeks. We have a white paper out on concurrency and scaling for the Cardano blockchain. This is what we'll be initially testing, sort of batching and being able to get this under good performance. Once we're happy with that, if we need to do bug fixing and stuff, we'll do that. And then we're just going to open up the testnet to anybody who wants to join. To participate in the testnet, you'll have to go to our testnet token faucet. So if people are not aware of what a faucet is a place where you can go to a web page, you can enter your address, and you can enter some other information. And then that faucet will send test tokens to your wallet. So T-ADA, test ADA, T-Meld, test Meld, T-COTI, test Cornucopias. You'll get all those into your wallet, and then you can start, it's play money, right? So you can start playing with it. You can supply, you can borrow, we're having cooperations with a couple of dexes. So you can go and put some of that into the dex. So if you want to go and let's say you want to borrow something and then you want to swap it in the dex, and you want to come back and you want to supply it again, then you want to borrow it and you want to go to the dex and you want to swap it. You can do all of this kind of thing. Basically all of the cornerstones of what we understand as DeFi is what we're testing. How does it work? How do liquidations work? How does the sort of lending and borrowing work? How does it all operate in the Cardano ecosystem?
That's great. So, and are you doing the 25 days of Christmas?
25 days with Meld.
25 days of Meld. Is that
Yes,
the prep, gearing up towards the launch kind of deal?
sort of. The 25 days of Meld is basically us saying that we're back. So over the summer in June, we had the CTO left. He didn't want to work in crypto anymore. So we had a huge reshuffling. We took the head of engineering, and he's now in charge of all of the Haskell development. And we also have kind of expanded our scope. So we removed a lot of people that were not focused very, very specifically on our protocol. And now we have people that are focused exclusively on what is in the white paper, not only on Cardano, but also we're going multi-chain. So we'll be on an EVM blockchain, and we're going to sort of be expanding out and be multi-chain in total.
That's great.
Wow.
Huge.
Yeah.
Got to get capture the full crypto community if you can.
Well, I mean, we're not Cardano maxis, right?
Right.
We're interested in crypto, and we're interested in DeFi, and we want to create as big an impact as we possibly can. Cardano is great to be on. That's our starting point. That's our home base. But there's a huge amount of liquidity elsewhere that we can bring to the table and that we can actually use to make the whole of the ecosystem more valuable.
Yeah.
Part of our goal is to try and stop talking about these kind of very camp-based approaches and kind of bring it all together and say, you know, focus on what value you want to get, what you want to try and get out of it, regardless of the chain that you're on.
Well, I do believe that maximalism is hurting the industry significantly.
Yep.
It doesn't allow for forward progress in a unified way. Creates a lot of division to an extent. So,
and there's a lot of sexy things on other blockchains. You know,
yeah.
You know, let's we need to have friends on other blockchains as well as on Cardano. There's no mutual exclusivity.
Absolutely.
There's a lot of sexy things on Cardano as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
That's why we're here.
I've seen stripper coin.
Sorry?
Rob was leading. Rob is leading there. He had a plan. It's unfolding. Goodness gracious. All right. So you're on the show for a very specific reason today. Other than the fact that we like you, we've known you for quite a while since
since the very beginning.
Yeah.
Very, very, very beginning.
I was talking to Rob about this last week, maybe even on COPICafe, but I think I met you in person the same time that I actually met Rob in person.
Really?
That
The
same
very
few
first
days
time.
for that
Yeah.
City AM
Okay.
conference. Because Rob and I
Alright.
worked together for 6 months via Google Meeting. Without having met physically and in person. Yeah. So, but yeah, it's great to have you on the show, and I think that our viewers are probably in your community, our community, very interested in what we might be doing together. So let's tell them a little bit about that. Yes.
So this has been a long time coming. I think the first time we talked about doing something together, Rob, was like November of 2021 or something like that, like really long ago. So I'm super happy that we're able to work together, and we're able to put something sort of down on paper, and we can say that we're actually going to be doing some work together. So the metaverse is very interesting to us in the same way that, you know, esports or Formula One is interesting to a bank, right? There's a relationship there of being sort of awareness and correlation. But in our case, it's a bit special, right? We're a Web3 bank, and you guys are a metaverse. And so we are catering specifically to the crypto space, to people that are familiar with crypto. So then there's this kind of real tight correlation. Yeah. And so as a starting point for that correlation, we're going to be collaborating with you guys in regards to your racing game.
Yeah. And releasing Meld wraps, vehicle wraps.
Meld wraps.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You can wrap your bubble jets in Meld livery. Do we call it?
Livery, yes. It'll be Meld livery, exactly. So we'll be using the same design aesthetic. So I'll give you guys a bit of alpha here. We'll be using the same design aesthetic that we're going to be using on our cold wallet and on our debit cards.
Very
Okay.
nice.
All right.
There'll
That's
be
fun.
a correlation between those products and the vehicles.
Okay. Very good.
Should be pretty sexy.
You know, and like similar to our bobbleheads, this opens up a whole new opportunity and a marketplace, for wrapping vehicles now. So
Yes. It was in
it's
the
really
plans,
exciting.
but we didn't know that Meld was going to be the first
No,
that we would do this with, and
We
so
are very honored. We're
bringing
very
innovation
yeah,
to our innovating project.
yeah, it's great. So, and we can't announce utility for those just yet, but there might actually be some utility. We're going to put our heads together, see
There
if
we
there's
go.
anything we can.
But
Switch
that's
off or
just the
something.
start of what we're doing. There's gonna be all kind of branding and other stuff that maybe I don't want to mention at the moment. But
No, we
yeah,
don't have to mention it, but I
no.
think that it's nice for everybody to understand that, our focus is the marriage of, or to sort of bring fiat and crypto together, this kind of sort of creating this bridge, right? And in that bridge, there is this role that the metaverse plays,
Mhm.
right? In regards to being part of society and being part of the entirety of the ecosystem. It's not a specific thing. It's not lending or borrowing, and it's not banking. It's kind of a foundation to Web3. And so you can have touch points in lots of different places. You can have the obvious, which is kind of whatever headquarters and things like that. But, the reason why we can't announce it is because this is so new. It's like, what does crypto banking look like in the metaverse? We have
Yeah.
no idea. That's not something we can have a conversation about for 10 minutes and solve. I've done metaverse work since 2016, so this is a hard problem to solve, and it needs to be solved in a way that's very compelling, that you can actually state, okay, this has value compared to traditional mobile banking or traditional physical banking. And so I'm really keen, and I know you guys are as well, to try and solve some of these problems in the metaverse to make it a meaningful product and a meaningful experience.
Yeah, absolutely. So as with most of our partnerships, we take baby steps, and this is one of
Mhm.
those first steps, and then we get to keep moving forward and grow the relationship and ideate and figure out a path forward. We have
Yeah.
some pretty good ideas though already. You're also going to give the Kopi token some utility, I believe.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, that
Yeah.
we're not adding any utility to your token. We're supporting your token. Of course, you'll be able
Right.
to use the Kopi token as collateral.
Yeah.
You'll be able to
That's
both
huge.
supply it and
Yeah.
borrow it. All of these things, right?
So what's
So-
one of your launch tokens?
Yeah, so it'll be both part of the test net, and obviously it'll be part of the main net as well. I mean, it would be great, and this is more sort of up to you guys. We'll be able to use the Kopi token as and spend it on the debit card. So you'll be able to sort of load your
Ooh.
debit card up with Kopi tokens and then go buy some beer or something.
Wow, that's awesome. I
Or
love
some
it.
wood. Cheers.
I love it.
Cheers, exactly.
I'll buy my drink every week with Kopi token on the
Please
Meld
just
card.
don't come
That's
to the show naked anymore, Rob. No, no more naked on the show. It's PG.
some people might want to see me naked on Kopi
Oh
Cup.
boy. Okay. Nope. Cut. All right, Ken. It's great to have you, man. So just one more quick question. What are you most
Yeah.
excited about for 2023 besides January 16th?
I can't talk about it, unfortunately.
Oh, dang it. Some quick alpha.
So
All right, man. I
I
swear.
apologize. So
All
the
right,
thing
I'll
I'm most
Venmo
excited
you
about,
some cash.
the Christmas Eve
coming.
announcement is probably the thing I'm most excited
Ooh.
about. So 25 days in Meld, Christmas Eve announcement is probably the
Well, something's
thing I'm
coming.
most excited.
Very exciting.
It's going to be very exciting. Yes,
Really?
very, very exciting. Yeah.
Okay.
We
Well,
heard it
stay
here first.
tuned.
So sorry I can't share it here, but
That's okay.
No,
Come on.
that's good.
you have to wait
How
until the
much do
20th.
we have to pay you? How much?
There you go.
So,
Kopi.
thanks for being on the show.
Sure,
Really
no
appreciate you
problem.
and what you're doing. We will definitely, as always, include links to Meld. Guys, go give them a follow. stay in touch with Meld and what they're doing, and obviously something exciting coming on Christmas Eve. So,
Yep.
all right,
Sounds
man.
good.
Thanks
Thank you,
for
guys.
getting in. We'll see you
Stay.
soon.
Ready.
See you.
Bye
Bye.
bye.
Okay, well, great. That was Ken, CEO of Meld. So good to have him on the show today. Very interesting conversation. He's always fun to talk to and great to learn about what they've got going on with DeFi and Meld on Cardano and other chains as well. So very cool. What do you
Yeah.
think, Rob? Good
Yeah,
talking with Ken.
I really enjoy all my conversations with Ken. We've had quite a few beers with him over the years. We finally got our collaboration together.
Yeah.
We're a launch token on his platform, and I just think the builders are building now on Cardano in 2023 is going to be such an incredible year for all of us that are left.
Yeah. For all of us that are left. Yes, I agree. Well, you know what? I laugh, but it's kind of we're doing pretty good, man. We have a lot of people building on Cardano right
Yeah.
now because you look at it, the Basel hard fork came out in the middle of the bear market, really, which increased throughput so significantly, and yet still we found congestion last week. The only thing that could cause that is a large increase
Yeah.
in use. So to fill that gap from where it was prior, which is it's really cool. I love that. All right, ready for some leaks?
I'm
Talk us.
always ready for leaks.
You're a leaky kind of guy. Let's talk. Let's talk through that. All right, here we go. Talk us through this one, Rob.
Whoa. What is it? This is the first time I've seen it. Wow, so this is the last time we saw this was plain color. So this is
It was
the
like a little
hanger
great. Yeah,
within Solace, isn't it? Yeah. So your bubble jet and your javelin has flown into the hangar and they've landed, and now you've come into this area here, getting ready to jump on the internal train to take you into the districts. It's the meeting place, isn't it? When everybody joins Solid. I mean, that looks amazing.
I do agree. I do agree with you. Yeah. All right. So let's go on to this next image here.
So this looks like it's further over to the left. So Wendy is now looking at that public transport vehicle. So that's arrived. That's where people will come in and out. There's a nice little, I don't know, what would you say is underneath it? It's some kind of maybe that's where they pack the luggage. I don't know.
I do
I,
believe that's going to be where a lot of other bubble jets and javelins might be parked
yeah,
potentially, because it is the hangar. But yeah,
I don't know what
and
that
the
gap is in. I don't know if we've got a health and safety issue going on there. I'd be careful if I was you, Wendy.
yeah, yeah, absolutely. We might have health and I don't know how big the drop off is there, but she better be a little bit cautious. But it's really coming along nicely. The lighting on the right, you see, it gets a little warmer. That's an environment that's set up for people to congregate, the lobby area. So before you go into the domes and experience the whatever dome it is that you're at. So yeah, very very cool. And now on to another leak that is a little bit more
Whoa.
related to the racing game. So we have this right
Whoa.
here.
Yeah. Okay. So so that is a bubble jet and a javelin with the lighting kit um, in full action.
Yeah.
I couldn't say which rarity that is, but I mean it looks pretty well lit. So imagine racing at night. I mean you'll really be flexing with those colors.
Yeah, absolutely. Very, very cool. I think that yeah, man. Every time I look at some of this design work that David and the art team are doing and what's happening there, it's just it's a lot of fun to see.
You ain't gonna lose that in the
Yeah.
evening.
No, you're not going to lose it. Quite true. All right. Well, that's it for our leaks. Um, more video coming soon, obviously, about the light kit. And just we want to show you some of the light kits, some of the cheeky crypto, the racing suit, all of that stuff. So definitely more to come very soon. Again, the Cheeky Crypto Sale will happen on Tuesday. So that's coming up on the 20th. Keep your eyes peeled in Discord for how to participate, and look for the added utility of what that's gonna enable you to do. And again, thanks so much for joining Kopi Cafe this week. We really appreciate you, our community, and if we don't see you next week due to the holidays, then we will see you in the new year. And happy holidays to all of you.
Bye bye.